Valder here, your Fun Stampers Journey Coach. Welcome to my YouTube video for today. I'm going to show you how to do a double curtain card. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to debut some of our new paper found in the new Spring into Summer Mini. And it's found on page, I believe it is page 13. And this is it right here. It's in the wedding section, but you really don't need to use it for a wedding. This paper is absolutely gorgeous. Let me just show you a couple of pieces of it. It's called Summer Romance, and these are the colors right here. But look at that paper. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? And the weight of our paper is very, very heavy. It's almost like cardstock weight. It lends itself awesome to 3D projects. It's great for scrapbooking, but I love it for my cards. Look at this paper. It is absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. These are just a couple of the designs. They are just absolutely scrumptious. All right, so we're going to use this paper right here to do our little double curtain right here. So I'm going to grab a piece that I cut. This is 3 by 8, and all the measurements and the scoring instructions will be on my blog. So if you want to hop on over there, you can do that and get those. But I'm going to bring in my Journey trimmer right here. And because I don't want to cut this accidentally, I'm going to take off my cutter. Very, very easy to do. Just slide it down to the middle and pop it out. So my scoring instructions for here are going to be a little bit different than my single card. We're going to take and we're going to go into, the first one is going to be a 1/2 inch, so that will be right here. And then we're going to go to 3/4 of an inch. So it's a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and then we're going to go 1 1/2, and then 1 3/4. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it because I need to go 2 1/2, 2 3/4, 3 1/2, 3 3/4, and then we're going to stop. Now we're going to do this half exactly the way I did the other half. I'm going to go over to a 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to go over to 3/4 of an inch, and then I'm going to go to 2 1/2. I love this extra little plate right over here. It goes all the way over to 2, so you have even maneuverability, I guess I would say, on both sides. Love, 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 love that. So we're going to go to 2 1/2. I'm sorry, 1 1/2, and then 1 3/4. And then we're going to turn it, and we're going to go to 2 1/2, and then 2 3/4, 3 1/2, which is right there, and 3 3/4, which is right there. All right, so we have all of our folds that we need to start with. Now what we need to do is to cut it so that it has the angle right here. All right, so what I'm going to do is take this piece right here that's already been cut. I'm going to fold it just so that I know where they have to be. Now this is not on the 4 inch mark right here, okay? I'm sorry, at the 3 3/4. This is at the 3 1/2 and the 3 1/2 right here. We don't want to cut on these two middle, or we don't want to start to cut on these last two right here. So this is going to be scored at the 3 1/2 and the 3 1/2. I'm sorry, cut at the 3 1/2 and 3 1/2. So what do I mean by that? There. All right, so this little score right here, 3 1/2, I'm just double checking here. And then this one right up here is at 1 1/2. Good, good, good. Okay, now, oops, I have to put on my cutter. All right, so there it is right there. And now we're going to do the same to the bottom. So 1 1/2 is up here, 1 1/2 is down here, and let's cut. All right, see now what we have is this little flat part in the middle. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start to fold. Let's get this out of the way. We're going to start to fold. So we're going to go fold, and then fold, and fold, and here we go. Okay, now when we get to the end, all right, this is going to be your centerpiece right here. All right, so it looks just like this. So here's the first side. They all go into the middle. You'll see that we have our little curtain pieces right here. Okay, I'm going to bring in my little crease tool, crease it down nice and even. Okay, and then we're going to start on this side. The first fold folds backwards, the next one is up, just like our single curtain call. And we're almost done. Okay, that one goes back, and then this one right here meets in the middle. Whoops, here we go. This last fold right here meets directly in the middle, just like that. All right, let's grab, again, our crease tool. It's much easier if your creases are very, very strong, okay? So there we go. That's what it looks like so far. Now what we need to do is bring in our card and put it on our card, okay? Now let me just tell you, there are no layers on the top. If you wanted to put a layer on the top, you could do that. I might even trim off just a little bit on both sides so it would fit a little bit better, but this one fits perfectly on this card right here. I had a little bit of a border all the way around. I love it. Absolutely love it. So let's bring in our card base, and we're going to take and put this in there. We're going to take and put our adhesive on the back. So let's bring in, and when I was picking my colors, okay, I went like this and decided on the Lavender Fusion and the Pretty Pansy. So it was these two that I used for this card because I felt that they just brought out the colors in the paper. So I used Lavender Fusion and Pretty Pansy, and those are the colors that I used for today. So now what I need to do on the back of this is the front. I want to take the back and put my adhesive on. I'm going to bring in my white liner tape here, okay, and just make sure that I'm going a little bit at a time because I want to make sure these are nice and flat and really pushed together, nice and tight. And just go straight across, just like this, pushing them in, making them nice and flat as I go along. All right, there we go. There's our first set. Let's go down here, and I'll catch that last one because it didn't get caught up here on the top. And just bring it over here, just like that. Cut that off and start it over here. All right, white liner tape is going to hold it the best, I think. All right, we want it to be nice and sturdy and nice and tight. Let's go over a little bit farther. Good. All right, so there we have, whoops, let's put this back up on top here. All right, now it will curl because of the nature of the fold, okay, but it'll stay flat once it's on the card. All right, so here's this one right here. Isn't this paper absolutely gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. And then we're going to do this side over here, just like that. Okay, so now we have, I think I'm going to run one right down the middle too. Alrighty, and then we'll just be really secure. All right, so that was our white liner tape. Now what I need to do is to grab my bloom tool, and the beauty of the dental tool, okay, is that you push the tape down. That's why it's curved like that, and then you just take and lift it up. It's that easy. All right, so there's that one. Let's just, there we go. It's going to take me just a little bit to get this off because we put a lot on here. Okay, and let's bring that right up. Bear with me, dear. Okay, here we go. Alrighty, almost done. It's better to have too much tape than not enough. That's what I always say. Alrighty, come on you. There we go. Okay, and it's really important to use this tool to press it down because it does two things. It makes the tape secure, and then it also helps to lift it up. All right, so now what I'm going to do is, remember I want a border, so I want a border on the bottom, and I want a border on both sides. So now what I'm going to do is just press it on like that. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Alrighty, so we have that part of it. Now let's take and I stamped the words. Now the stamp set that I'm using is from a stamp set that I absolutely love. You guys know I use it all the time. It's called Wonderful Days. If you haven't gotten it yet, you know what? Just throw it on your order form because it is the greatest stamp set ever. So I'm using the words, Have a Wonderful Day, and I'm actually using another stamp set for the flowers. So I love both of those. Now what I'm going to do is take and use my punch and just punch out the words. I did emboss them because I do love the way the embossing looks, and this is such an elegant card. I think that the embossing just works wonders. Okay, so here's our words, and now what we're going to do, I popped that up. I did emboss this. I cut them out. Now, I love to fussy cut. You may not like to fussy cut, but I do love to fussy cut. So I cut the whole thing out. I did this one a little bit darker, but this one I did more whimsical. And everyone knows how much I love the Sweet You stamp set. So this is the one I used for the flowers right here. I embossed it in black, and then I used my re-inkers to color it in. Absolutely gorgeous. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that up. So I'm going to take some of my glue dots here, and I'm going to take the small ones because we've got some very delicate little pieces, and just add these randomly too. Now, if you don't use it on all of them, let me just show you here. If you don't use it on all of them, it's good because what happens is they just kind of pop up and it gives it even more dimension. So to me, I think that is, you know, me and dimension, I love it. So to me, I just love the way that looks. And let's just get rid of these. Okay. Oops, I already did that one. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is just add this to my card. Just about there. I don't want to cover up too much of. There we go. And then this one I'm also going to put a foam square on it, but I think I'll use the big one because I only need one. All right. And put that right in the middle. And that one's going to go right underneath here just like that. Alrighty. And last but not least, actually, let's put our inside of our card. Now, you know me, I never waste cardstock. So what I did was, because this is going to be covered up, I just punched out a bunch of scallop circles with my punch because I need it for another project, and why waste tape? Or why waste paper? Alright, so now let me get my Easy Glide, just add that to the corners of this, stick it on the inside of my card, just like this. Add my topper, and I'll be all ready for my sentiment in the middle of that, and a place for me to write. Beautiful! Okay, so now we have this. The last thing that we have to do is add this absolutely gorgeous Lavender Fusion satin ribbon. I just love satin ribbon. So it's very easy to tie if you just take and keep turning it, all right? Because this is one-sided satin, so you're just going to keep turning it. In here, turn, and then throw it through, okay? Just like this. And you can fuss with this quite a bit. Like I just kind of go backwards, and then forwards, and backwards, until I get it the size that I want. And it does, you know, depending on how fussy you are, and I'm very fussy with my bows, I just want to make sure that it looks beautiful. Okay, almost done. See how fast this card was? Of course, I did take a little bit of time to color that I didn't show you, but you know what? To me, that's therapy. I absolutely love to color and cut. That's my thing. So if they never make a die for this, and I'm just pushing this up to cover up the little lines from our curtain right here. I'm going to take my Grand Pro shears, just cut off the ends of it to make it even more beautiful, and to be able to see, I'll fuss with this just a little bit more before I send it out, but right now that's my card for today. I just pulled this. Okay, beautiful satin ribbon, gorgeous card. The paper is what I absolutely love. Fun Stamper's Journey has some gorgeous paper, and like I said, it's extra thick, which makes it even more versatile. So if you have any questions, let me know. Hop on over to my blog for the measurements of this card right here, and like I said, have any questions, let me know. Have a great day, and thanks for stopping by.